conversation. How are you, everybody? Um, I'm just going to do a very, very, very short video because I mean, like all of you, I struggle to keep up with, lots of the WhatsApp groups that come up every day. And especially if people lack the discipline, by which I mean they circulate content from one WhatsApp group to another, from Facebook to WhatsApp, from SMS to whatever other media that they use. And so what I wanted to do today, very briefly in under 2 minutes, is just to show you how you could you could use very simple tricks to limit the use by WhatsApp of your device memory. It could be your phone or your tablet. In most cases, those are the two most used media gadgets, and therefore really cut down on the amount, if you like, of garbage, that goes from one group to the other. So what I'm going to do is unusual, because I'm going to present my phone to you. It is connected. So I'm going to present what you see now is my phone. Don't worry about the details. I just decided to go to the status and not show the chats and the calls because those are fairly private. I guess by the time somebody is updating a status, they are willing to display to other people. So what I'm doing is you're basically looking at my phone. The time here in Germany is 1634. I mean 1634, 4 p.m., 4:34 p.m., 26 minutes to 5. In Kenya, it should be around about 1834 because you are 2 hours ahead of us. And that's a very good reference for me to make. So what you do, basically, your WhatsApp will have, it's not WhatsApp for business. Mine is WhatsApp for business because I use it for business. But if you're using your own WhatsApp, it doesn't matter. It will still have the three tabs. It will have chat, it will have status, and it will have calls as well. That's what I see on my iPhone with the company WhatsApp that I have. So that is, on the one side, what you see. So what I'm going to do is from status, forget about that. What you need is these three dots here. The three dots, if you click on them, that's usually how you navigate. And then you will see status, privacy, you see settings, and you would need to go to settings. So I'm actually doing it directly on my phone. And what you see is what a lot of us do. I have written a message there that I say, don't add me to any group before you ask me first. But that notwithstanding, people will always, dump you in whatever group. I have shown in another video, but I can just show you, briefly what you do to limit people who add you into groups, to make sure that nobody else can add you to any group. You go to account privacy here, you click on account privacy, and then you need to scroll down to the bottom. You need to scroll down to the bottom under privacy, right? So you need to click under privacy. And then under privacy, you will see groups, right? You will see groups here. So you need to navigate to privacy, and then you will see groups. And what I have done in mine, for example, if I click on groups, you have three options. By default, WhatsApp is going to enable that who can add me to groups. It will by default enable everyone. That means every Tom, Dick, and Harry, whoever is or is not on your contacts list, will be able to add you to whatever group they feel like adding you to. That's by default what WhatsApp comes up with. What you could do is you could select only people who are in your contacts can add you, which is a problem for somebody like me because I have 4,000 contacts. That means you still limit, yes, from 1 million, but still you have 4,000 people who can add you. And some people are very notorious. They can add you to, tens of thousands of groups. Sometimes those groups are doing the same thing. It's not anything different. What I like, and this is what I use, is I select my contacts, right? So I allow people who are only my contacts to add me to groups, but then I select those that I do not want to add me because they are people I know to be very good at spamming. And once you select the people you want to add, who can add you to groups, you just select done, and that takes you back. But that's not what I want to do today. So what I want to do is, if you go to privacy, and then you scroll down, and remember, you can also enable things like, there are people I've blocked. You see, they have blocked, 9 contacts because some of them are, bombarding me with useless religious stuff that are circulating on the internet, and they just dump on me every day. And I want to make sure that they don't do that. And you see under my under the people who can add me to groups, I have 2179, but those are excluded. So out of the 3,000 people that are on my list, I have only allowed, a few of them who can add me to groups. The rest are blocked. Okay, good. So that is one. And so you could navigate down to privacy and then go to security. I encourage people to do this thing here, to do 2-step verification. It's really important because of your security. Otherwise, somebody can hack your WhatsApp group, and do the same as well for Facebook, so that you have control of your you have control of your privacy. The one I want to take you to straight on is here, data and storage usage. Right? You need to click on this, data and storage usage, and don't worry about the first one, the second one. The third one is the one that is most important, this one here. So media auto download is what you want to control, right? And under this, basically you have the option for when using mobile data. So people who are, you don't have access to Wi-Fi, by default, if you click on that, it will enable that you can download photos and documents even when you are not using Wi-Fi. And what I have done here is I have deselected all of them so that none of these can be downloaded when I'm using data. That means if I'm not at home or in the office or where I get free access to Wi-Fi, I do not get anything that is shared in a group or by a person auto-downloading. It doesn't auto-download until I enable that download of the message. That kind of message. I know, Kwamba Gregor, I know voters don't like that. I don't give a damn. It's about my privacy, and I'm not looking for anybody's votes. You are not looking for anybody's votes. I think you need to take control of your life. Don't allow voters to take control of your life. Okay, so what I have done here is I have deselected. If I said I enable photos, that if people share photos in a WhatsApp group, it can be auto downloaded. The keyword here is media auto download. that, you know, photos can be downloaded whether I am on Wi-Fi or I'm using mobile data. But in my case, I don't want, because I know what people do in groups, and I'm in very few groups. They share photos that are circulating from one group to the other. If you are in 10 groups, chances are in 8 out of 10, you see the same photo, or you see the same media, or you see the same audio, or you listen to the same audio, or watch the same video circulating in those 10 groups. People are not disciplined. A group is started for culture, but you will find politics. A group is started for religion, but you will find nonsense. A group is started for education, but you will find, you know, anything. So I don't want to be politically incorrect, but I just keep it like that. So here I disabled. Nothing is downloaded for me. Nothing is auto downloaded for me when I am on mobile data, and go the same. So do it as well for Wi-Fi. You can say for Wi-Fi, maybe you want to watch some, you know, some videos, and you don't want to go and click to download, because the downside there is if you click on any of them, your phone will always auto download that content to use up your memory, and your memory will keep deteriorating, reducing, because the stupid thing about WhatsApp is, if you are in group A today and somebody shared a photo of me speaking, or even this video of me speaking in this recording, and then somebody else shares to the same group tomorrow, or to another group in which you are a member the day after, WhatsApp doesn't get that algorithm that says this media has been shared in another group and it is already downloaded to this device, therefore I do not want to download it. Here, it continues to download again. Okay, so your memory is actually used up. If you're in 10 groups, you may end up reducing your memory by downloading that stuff 10 times if it is being shared as people like to. So here again, I have deselected everything. And then finally, usually because I use my Kenya number abroad, then the question is, or even let's say I don't use my Kenya number abroad, I have my company phone. And when I travel, I travel on business, go to the UK or go to Thailand or Russia or go to the US, I am roaming, right? So when I am roaming, the WhatsApp is asking me, can I download media while you're roaming, right? So if you click on that again, you see the same thing. It's photos, audio, videos, documents. Do I want any of those while I am roaming? And for me, I have deselected all of them. So what I have done in effect, you know, just to, you know, to centralize it, is I have enabled under media auto download, I have enabled under media auto download that I do not get anything auto downloaded into my phone memory, whether I am using mobile data, whether I am on Wi-Fi, and whether I am on roaming. So I actually get zero auto downloads coming to my phone. What that means in effect is I don't lose any media. If I get interested in a message, I basically dial into or you know, click to go into the group in which I am a member. And if I am interested in a media which is shared there, I basically click on that media and activate the download. And this is the beautiful thing, for example, with Telegram, which comes with media auto download by default disabled. So the auto download for Telegram is disabled, but for WhatsApp it's not disabled. So again, you know, briefly, that's how you can take control of, you know, your memory on you know, the memory of your device by reducing, by really reducing the amount of garbage that gets auto downloaded to your phone. I will now stop the presentation mode and just say I wish you all a good evening. Let's catch up tomorrow. It's going to be a great show. We have 2 shows lined up tomorrow. One of them comes up around about midday Kenya. I will be speaking to an old man from Nandi Hills on some very hot cultural topics. And then at exactly 8 p.m. Kenya, we're going to be live with Pastor Samuel Arap Magare on Facebook, right here where you're watching now, and on CAST TV. So that is coming up tomorrow at 8 p.m. And tomorrow at 8 p.m. we are going to discuss traditional Kalenjin wedding, and we will discover something about how wedding rings were discovered. I don't see any questions coming from you guys, and so I suspect that this was a self-explanatory conversation coming forward. Thank you very much. The recording will be there. You can share it to some of those groups where you are, and don't don't take it negatively. This is how to be clever and save your phone memory, so to speak. I'll also put this video on. Joshua Ramray, thanks a lot. Jambo. I'll also put this video on YouTube at the same time. I mean, shortly after this. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye for now.